What's up? It's Rachel. I'm doing a Q&A video from my Twitter, Question People. Hi Twitter, doing another Q&A video. Questions, lay 'em on me. Sunglasses emoji. I asked you guys to send in some questions and I'm going to answer them. Hence, Q&A. Question and answer. First up, we have the wonderful, beautifully talented Silmarillion Chambers. And she says, when you're toast, what are you? And there's only one answer to that question, Tamara. You're ready to go. That's what we call an inside joke, guys. Good times. Love you, Tamara. Next question is from Salamander Friend. Rachel, cool or stupid? That's a great question, Salamander Friend. If you have watched the video of Tamara and me, movie trivia, yep, the movie trivia series, part 1 and part 2, there was a poll taken, Rachel, cool or stupid, and according to the poll, Rachel's pretty cool, and only a little bit stupid. So, Thomas would like to know, have you ever been to my hometown of New Orleans? I have not, and that is somewhere I really, really, really want to go. I think I want to go pretty much for the music and the booze, but mostly the music, and I think it'd be really cool. Daniela would like to know, if you could act and sing in any musical, which one, or ones, would it be? You're awesome, by the way. Oh, thanks, Daniela, so are you. One of my favorite musicals is Jesus Christ Superstar, and I love that musical, and I want to be in it, but I want to be Judas and not Mary, because her... fly in here. I want to be Judas in Jesus Christ Superstar. It's a new thing they're going to do, gender swapped Jesus Christ Superstar. I don't know like any details about it, so I'm not being very helpful, but keep your eye out and you'll see why I think a girl should play Judas, or mostly just me. But Rachel would like to know, what is your opinion on celebrities doing voice work in animated films? I'd say if you're good at it, then you totally deserve to be there. I don't think it really matters. James says, will we ever see you in another Channel Awesome video? I miss your appearances there. Heartbroken. Thank you, that's really sweet. Hopefully. It's not really up to me is the thing. Like, if I had the choice, I'd have them fly me out to Chicago every month to do it, but that's obviously a ridiculous request. And I think they're doing just fine without me, to be honest. But yeah, if they ever have a reason for me to come back or an anniversary special, I would totally do it. I'm sure you'll hear all about it when it happens. I'm sure it'll happen. I hope so. Homecoming Gamer asks, favorite snack when relaxing? Also, when you relax, do you read, watch stuff, or listen to music? I love snacks. Ask anyone who knows me. I could live off of snacks. I like popcorn. It's like my favorite snack ever. A stovetop popcorn, like when you put the oil in and you pop it, and yeah. I don't know, I really like chips too. I'm a salt person. I don't really eat a lot of candy, but I will eat salt all day. Salt, chips, crunchies, I don't know. When I relax, do I read, watch stuff, or listen to music? I do all of those. Probably watching stuff is the least. When I'm watching stuff and relaxing, it's mostly a show that I've seen 1,000 times in a row because it's just like I can tune out, like South Park or Family Guy or Archer or Bob's Burgers or anything like that, unless I'm actually sitting down to watch something. I love to read as well. I kind of just go through phases, but right now I just ordered a lot of books off of Amazon, so I'm going to be reading for a while. And also I listen to music all the time too. I mostly listen to music like in the car, or in the bath, or something. It got a little awkward. Kevin says, are there any Cali clubs or bars that you frequent strumming your guitar at? I actually haven't done a lot of live shows since I've been in California. I did a lot of it in Chicago, but that was like 2-3-ish years ago. I've actually been looking into a few places, so it's funny that you asked that. Hopefully if I do play live somewhere, I'll get some footage of it and then I can put it on YouTube. Josh says, if you ever decided to do another Nostalgia Critic episode, which character would you want to come back as most, or just be you? I don't care. Everyone likes Evelina, and so do I, so maybe I would do that one, but again, not up to me. But I'm pretty much a yes person. I will say yes to whatever you tell me to do, within reason. Miles says, what was the best time you've worked with Channel Awesome? Oh, that's a hard question. They're all great. I don't know. I really enjoyed going to a con. I think I only went to like one or so, or Anime Midwest. But that was really fun to actually like get to meet people and see fans and talk to them personally and be one-on-one. That's one of my best memories, I think, but they're all great. And filming is super different than a day spent at a con, so I don't know, it's hard to compare them. They're all great! Dev, will you do any collaboration with Doug Walker? These are like all the same questions. Yes! Yes, I will! You just let me know and I'll be there. Adam wants to know, you have a boyfriend? Well, that's quite personal, isn't it? I'll tell you what, if I do end up with a boyfriend that I want to stick with and it's been a long enough time, I will introduce him to the internet. He'll probably dump me at that point. Black Killer God 82 says, hi there, can you do a commentary video on one of your high school plays? P.S. What musical play do you wish you can be in? That's a great idea, actually. Especially because Tamra Chambers is in, would be in it too. We both did high school plays together. That's how we know each other, actually. That would be so funny. We did Beauty and the Beast, which would be fun. I was Belle and she was Mrs. Potts. And then we did West Side Story. I was Anita and she was Anybody's. That would actually be really fun. I'll see if I can figure that out. It would be ridiculously embarrassing, but I've done more embarrassing things on the internet at this point. It's only embarrassing if you're embarrassed. That's what I say. Dogtoon Media asks, meaning of life? Go! Woo! That's a question, isn't it? Well, let's get philosophical. I feel that the meaning of life is individual, so everyone's own meaning of life is something that they decide to create. Meaning, my meaning of life is different than your meaning of life, and it's pretty much life is what you make of it, so if you want to give your life meaning, then decide what that is and go for it. You'll definitely meet a lot of people who say the meaning of life is meaningless and there's no point, and you know, okay, if you want to believe that, then that's fine. And it could very well be true, but the human brain is malleable and placebo effects are real, so if you say that the meaning of life is to be happy, then you will spend your life creating happiness, and I don't see what's wrong with that. James says, can you do a dramatic reenactment of a scene from Lord of the Rings? Any scene, your choice. I probably could. But my favorite scene that sticks out is probably one that I couldn't reenact on my own. Probably my favorite scene in Lord of the Rings is in the Two Towers when Gandalf is walking up to Theoden and he's still like under the influence of Saruman, and he's walking through, they took everyone's weapons, and then Gandalf is just walking like a straight line doing his thing and speaking his big monologue, and then Legolas and Aragorn and Gimli are just around him like beating the shit out of everybody, and like they're like, we don't need weapons, it's just so badass, and Gandalf is so like he's so confident in the fact that he's safe because of these killing machines around him. I think it's just the coolest scene. So I couldn't even get close to reenacting that because I am not that cool. James says, bonus round, do you have any advice for people who feel lost in life and can't figure out which direction to go? What a beautiful question. Yes, my advice is follow the passion, which means if you're feeling lost or stuck in life, it's probably because you're lacking passion, meaning you're not doing what you want to do. And it's that simple. Find something that makes you happy, find something that you don't feel like it's work to do, and then do that. And people might be like, quack, 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 you're not gonna make money, or like, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't, just screw them and just follow the passion. If you're passionate about it, it's the right place to be. Lady Madeline, hi Rachel, how did you become part of the channel Awesome Team and Waffles or Pancakes? Doug made like some audition video, or was like, send us a video, we're looking for new people. And I had no idea what it was, but being an actor who's trying to get their career off the ground, you go to literally everything. So I was like, yeah, I'll go. The rest is history. Waffles or Pancakes? Waffles. Jose asks, Silmarillion opinion. Just that. I love the Silmarillion. I've read it a few times and I could definitely read it more because there's so much information packed into that book. It's like a whole different outlook on the Lord of the Rings. It's not really based around any one story, so it's kind of, it feels really dense when you read it, but it's just so interesting, and I just love seeing that the magnitude of the world that Tolkien actually created. It's great. I lent my book to somebody like a long time ago and I never got it back though, so I'm gonna have to order a new one. Thanks for reminding me. Maybe it's the next book I read, but I have a long list right now, so we'll see. I love the Silmarillion. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, do it, but it's a commitment. We'll just say that. Nick asks, what are some films that inspire you? I'm really not a film person. The irony of me having any kind of following because of film-related stuff is just glorious. All I ever say is Lord of the Rings. I was definitely inspired by Lord of the Rings just because it captured my imagination, but it mostly inspired me to want to be an actress because I watched that film and again and again and again, and I was like, can you imagine how fun it would be to do that? They did that for years. And then of course the special features on all the DVDs I used to watch would be like, oh my god, they're having the best time. So it actually inspired me to be an actress. So I guess Lord of the Rings, again. Andrew, any songs you would like to cover but haven't yet? Oh yeah, I have a list going whenever I think of something that I'm like, oh, I should cover that. I write it down. It's a long list. Let me see if I can pull up a couple. I'm hesitant though, because if I don't do them, you'll be like, you said you were gonna cover that. But you know, whatever. Screw it. House of the Rising Sun, the MLK song by Patty Griffith, Ain't No Sunshine, Give Me One Reason to Stay Here, that one. TLC's No Scrubs, Walking on the Sun by Smash Mouth, and that's just my phone list. The longer list is on my computer. Tom says, what are your top 3 favorite movies? P.S. You're the best. Aw, happy face, thumbs up. Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. Joe says, favorite thing to do on a Sunday? On a Sunday, I don't really have a set schedule, not a 9 to 5, like Monday through Friday job, so Sunday, sometimes I'm working all day and sometimes I'm not. I'm going to take that as meaning a day off. What I like to do is read. I wake up and I make coffee and I like to read and write in a journal, and then I pretty much just stay lazy the whole rest of the day. I like going out to eat. I just really like food, so I like going to a place or having a friend and going to a bar and getting some food and maybe a drink. Dustin says, if your life had a soundtrack of licensed music, what song would play during a climactic victory? I don't know. Pierre asks, when did you first learn to play the guitar? I started playing in like 6th grade. Yeah, I wrote my first song in 6th grade too. And then I kind of stopped for a while and started again and picked it up and put it back down. And because it's frustrating to learn an instrument. It takes a long time to actually feel like you can make music. So I started in 6th grade, but I didn't really get serious about it until maybe towards the end of high school. A nerding rhinoceros asks, who's your favorite Pokemon? I'm not a Pokemon person. I don't know. I cannot make an educated choice, therefore I will not. That other review dude. If you could have any superpower for 24 hours, what would it be? That's a good question, because a lot of people ask that question, but putting 24 hours on it makes a huge difference. I would want to have the ability to learn any skill and become an expert instantly. And then that's something that could last me past the 24 hours. Like if I'm like, I want to be an expert at playing the piano now, I could just be like, do and be great for the rest of my life. And I would just go around learning stuff all day. Team Rora Forever says, tell us about your music. Tell us about your music. I haven't even shared a lot of my music. A lot of times I'm just super protective of it. It's just kind of like a diary entry, so it's kind of hard to share that. I've been writing music for a long time, and I write music when I'm in times of hardship, so I find that my songs tend to be kind of sad. And I'm not a sad person necessarily. I've been sad before, and I will be sad again one day, because that's the human experience, but it's mostly just an outlet for emotions and a way to feel creative and to kind of get in the zone, something that I'm passionate about, so I just kept doing it, and all of a sudden people kind of wanted to hear, and I played around, so I'm working on being more open with sharing and to not really worry what people are going to say about the music, and just have my music and know that there'll be people who like it and there'll be people who don't, and that's okay, because it's more for me than for anybody else. Team Aurora Forever also asks, have you seen Rogue One yet, and what did you think of it? I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it. I was doing a Christmas show when it was coming out, so I was really busy. And I never saw it. But I will. Oh, I'm gonna say your name wrong. I'm sorry. Ophir? O-F-I-R? Hi Rachel. What was your favorite project? I've done a lot of projects. I can never choose a favorite. That's my answer. Evan, Rachel, I was wondering, are you single? It's a popular one. Andre asks, I don't know if this was for my Q&A, but I'm going to answer it. So Tamara hinted at a couple panels of me, Rachel Tietz, possibly returning. Any updates regarding that? Not that I know of. Alright, that's all my questions that I have so far. Thank you so much for sending them to me. Thank you for following me on Twitter. If you want to be a part of the next Q&A video, you can follow me on Twitter at Rachel Tietz. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is, you can just search Rachel Tietz, but my handle is Tietz! T-I-E-E-E-E-T-Z. And you have to pronounce it like that, or else you're saying it wrong. You guys are the best! Thank you! Good questions. Good questions, guys. That was a good round. Alright, you guys rule. Thanks for following me on Twitter. Thanks for asking me your questions. Thanks for being just generally so sweet. You're all so kind. I thank you, and I will see you next time.